Global TV News Prime. President Bola Tinubu said to honor ex-corpers. In business, diaspora remittance to Nigeria hit $20.93 billion. And on the front scene, former president of the Democratic Republic of Congo, Joseph Kabila, stands trial for treason. And in sports, Tinubu sends presidential delegation to Morocco ahead of WAFCON final. Hello and welcome to all our viewers in Nigeria and around the world to News Prime on Global Television, coming to you live from the nation's capital, Abuja. I am Ramsey Enoch Agbo. A quick reminder that Global Television is on DSTV channel 365 and Star Times 276. No fewer than 210 corps members will be honored by President Bola Tinubu at the President's National Youth Service Corps Honor Award for 2020 to 2023 service years. This was disclosed in a statement issued in Abuja by NYC's Director of Media, Mr. Emeka Gbemena. Vice President Kashim Shettima has assured that he will support the University of Ibadan to remain the first and the best university in Nigeria and to claim its glory globally. He gave the assurance while receiving the management team of the university led by the Vice Chancellor, Professor Kayode Adebowale, at the Presidential Villa in Abuja. The team was there to decorate Shettima as the UI at 75 Ambassador Plenipotenary. The federal government has announced the rollout of 250 unit housing estates across 12 Nigerian states as part of President Bola Tinubu's commitment to affordable housing. The Minister of Housing and Urban Development, Architect Ahmed Dangiwa, disclosed this during an inspection in Kano, assuring contractors of prompt payment amid delays. He was accompanied by the Minister of State Abdullahi Yusuf Atta and other senior officials. The University of Port Harcourt, that is Uniport Rivers State, has named its convocation arena after the Minister of the Federal Capital Territory, FCT, Nyesom Wike. The arena was officially inaugurated by the sole administrator of Rivers State, retired Vice Admiral Ibot Ekwe Rivers. The inauguration was part of activities marking the university's 35th combined convocation ceremony and 50th anniversary. Also, Ibas commended the contribution of Wike to the development of the institution. According to him, the conception and construction of the arena under Wike's stewardship reflects his enduring legacy in infrastructural and educational development. The Federal Ministry of Education has refuted claims that the minimum wage for admission into Junior Secondary School 1 has been increased to 12 years. In a statement issued in Abuja, the Director of Press, Folashade Boriwo, clarified that the official policy remains 10 years for JSS 1 and 16 years for university entry. The Minister of Education, Dr. Tunji Alausa, reiterated that these age benchmarks are based on cognitive and emotional readiness, urging parents and media to rely solely on verified information. Opposition politicians under the platform of the National Political Consultation Forum met in Abuja to strategize on issues bordering on northern Nigeria and how to chart a way forward. Ubong Usoro has the details.
Opposition politicians backing the recently adopted coalition party, the African Democratic Congress (ADC), met in Abuja to discuss issues affecting northern Nigeria and prefer solutions. delivering the keynote address on the theme Unity and Social Cohesion as a panacea to the challenges facing northern Nigeria. Former President of the Senate and Chairman of the African Democratic Congress, David Mark, stressed that northern Nigeria is facing insecurity, poverty, and economic depreciation. He therefore advocated fairness in appointments and resource allocations as measures to address the issues in the north.
We are confronted with deep-seated challenges of insecurity, poverty, ethnic and religious tensions, political fragmentation, social and economic stagnation. These challenges did not develop overnight, nor will they disappear until we resolve to take deliberate, collective, decisive actions.
Also speaking, the Publicity Secretary of the African Democratic Congress, Bolaji Abdullahi, says the party is set to rescue Nigeria and emphasized that the party has not endorsed any aspirant and has no favorite candidate in mind, adding that the ADC is here to stay.
When we started, they said it's dead on arrival, right? Now they have given us 6 months lifespan. After 6 months, they will extend it because the coalition is a coalition of Nigerians. It's a coalition that represents the desired interest of Nigerians.
The African Democratic Congress ADC is still in a building phase. However, the party may play a crucial role in determining who becomes or does not become Nigeria's leader in 2027. Ubong Usoro for Global TV.
The interim national chairman of the African Democratic Congress and former Senate President, David Mark, has described the issue of widespread poverty, insecurity, economic hardship, and other challenges plaguing northern Nigeria as self-inflicted. Delivering a keynote address at the ongoing third expanded meeting of the National Political Consultation Group, that is North, held in Abuja, Mark made this assertion while presenting a paper titled Unity and Social Cohesion as a panacea to the challenges facing northern Nigeria. The NPCG North, which last convened on May 26, aimed to foster unity among northern politicians and strengthen collaboration to function as a cohesive interest group, ideally with a single political party. On July 1st, the African Democratic Congress was unveiled as an opposition political platform to challenge President Bola Tinubu in the 2027 election. The lingering leadership crisis rocking the Social Democratic Party, SDP, has taken a dramatic turn as the party's National Executive Committee has dissolved the rival factions led by Shehu Gaban and Dr. Olu Ogunloye. A new leadership headed by Adamu Madibo has now taken over the party's reins. Aniete Patrick reports.
At an emergency National Executive Committee meeting held in Abuja, 23 state chairmen, including the FCT, endorsed the formation of a new National Working Committee. Adamu Modibo was announced as acting national chairman, replacing Gabam, while other positions were filled, including Ibrahim Mohammed Biu, who now serves as financial secretary.
I spoken the mind of all the NEC members. Yes. Is that the position of all the delegates in this NEC meeting? Yes.
The financial secretary, Ibrahim Mohammed Biu, says the party has been plagued by internal wrangling. A group loyal to the national secretary, Agunloye, had suspended Chairman Gabam over allegations of financial misconduct claims, leading to a standoff that split the party.
All other actions instituted by the former NWC members of the two factions are hereby stepped aside.
The new leadership says the crisis undermined the party's progress and its rising profile among Nigerians, including interest from prominent politicians. But the outest national secretary, Dr. Olu Agunloye, has rejected the NEC meeting, describing it as illegal and unrecognized by the party's constitution. In a statement, he warned members to steer clear or risk sanctions. Annie T. Patrick, Global Television News.
The Nigerian Senate has refuted recent social media claims that the Constitution Review Committee proposed creating 12 new states in Nigeria. Senator Abdul Ningi, representing Bauchi Central, dismissed the report as false during plenary under Order 42, clarifying that the committee has neither received any zonal review report nor deliberated on state creation bills. Top Sigimba has the details.
It is fake, is toxic, and is an irresponsible media outlet. So it is important, Mr. President, to take this matter to Nigerians that the Senate has not, for now, sat on any committee's report from the zonal levels. The main committee is yet to even be received.
The President of the Senate, Godswill Akpabio, also expressed concern about the spread of such misinformation, highlighting it.
The Federal Republic of Nigeria has not even concluded the processes of getting a final report for deliberation on constitutional amendment, and therefore no single state, proposed or otherwise, has been created. And even if that were to be the case, it will involve all the houses or assemblies in the country, and we must get their 2/3 concurrence before anything can come back to us.
Further clarifications emphasized that the ongoing constitutional review involves public hearings across Nigeria's 6 geopolitical zones, gathering suggestions, including requests for new states and local government areas, but no formal decisions or approvals have been made by the Senate or its committee. Top Sigimba, reporting for Global Television News.
The House of Representatives has expressed its determination to ensure timely and accessible justice delivery in the Federal Capital Territory. This comes as lawmakers held a public hearing on 2 key bills aimed at strengthening the judicial and expanding access to justice for residents. National Assembly correspondent Aniete Patrick reports.
The call for a more efficient justice system in the nation's capital echoed at the National Assembly complex in Abuja. Chairman House Committee on FCT Judiciary, Honorable Adamu Gamawa, says the House is determined to make justice delivery faster, more efficient, and accessible to all residents of the FCT, regardless of social class. The first bill seeks a constitutional amendment to increase the number of judges in the FCT, while the second proposes the establishment of lower courts with jurisdiction over both civil and criminal matters.
Well, there are 2 bills actually. One is to increase the number of judges in the FCT to at least no less than 100. We all know that the federal capital is expanding every day. People are coming in. Wherever you have so many people, you expect to have some disputes. So the burden of the cases on the present number of judges is very, very cumbersome.
Speaker of the House, Honorable Tajin Abbas, represented by the Deputy Minority Leader Honorable Aliu Madaki, reaffirmed the House commitment to judicial reforms and the rule of law.
Is a direct exercise of that constitutional mandate. It affirms our commitment to check and balances, good governance, and the rule of law.
Also speaking at the hearing, President of the Nigerian Bar Association, Afam Osigwe, declared the NBA's full support for the bills, but called for reforms in customary law practices, including the removal of Section 16 of the existing provisions.
Into taking cognizance of the fact that Section 15, I think, has earlier made provision that it can apply principles of common law and equity, and then also now saying it should also apply principles of common law that may create a problem, and to avoid conflict of jurisdiction, as that would also implicitly suggest that since it can apply principles of common law, then it can adjudicate on common law issues.
The House says the public hearing provides an opportunity for stakeholders to exchange ideas and fine-tune the proposed legislations to achieve effective judicial reforms. Annie T. Patrick, Global Television News.
Wawu. The governor's directive followed public uproar and mounting concern after a report emerged that the commissioner's name featured in an official documentation reported used to secure the suspect's release. A statement issued by the governor's spokesperson, Sanusi Bature Dawakintofa, said the state government was treating the matter with the seriousness it deserves, noting that any attempt to shield individuals suspected of sabotaging the fight against drug-related crimes would not be tolerated. As the rainy season continues across Nigeria, workers are finding it increasingly difficult to get to their workplace on time due to flooding, traffic congestion, and transportation delays. Residents say while the rain bring relief from the heat and support agriculture, they also expose the country's poor infrastructure and lack of emergency preparedness. Ubon Usoro has the details.
The return of the rainy season in Nigeria is a mixed blessing. While farmers welcome the showers, urban dwellers, especially office workers, are left to battle flooded streets, impassable roads, and long waits for transportation. For many, the struggle begins before sunrise.
It's not easy at all to get to work. Even though you have umbrella, it's not still easy. So we find it difficult. To me, I think what they can do is that maybe if they can provide this transportation, these buses.
Especially places like Massacre, we have some error places there that don't have good road. So we workers, if we want to come out, the road is very good. So we can be able to come out because of the vehicles.
Some Nigerians suggested companies should provide transport logistics allowance for late coming as a result of the rains.
May not worry them. If rain they fall like this, if rain they fall from one place, may they just cool down for the staff. May rain just come down. If no come work, you gonna say okay, this one no come work. Rain no fall, no come work. But when I say they still they come work, you know say now rain just delay.
It's not been easy. If the management can consider the staff, if they don't have the capacity to provide the staff with a bus, I think if there's a way they can give little time, if parental in the workplace they are giving them 8 o'clock as a resumption time, if they can be given 15 more minutes as a chance for late coming.
As the rains persist, Nigerian workers are forced to make difficult adjustments, leaving home earlier, spending more on transport, and enduring unsafe conditions. The season, though essential for the country's ecosystem, continues to reveal major gaps in infrastructure and urban planning. Ubon Usoro for Global Television.
You're watching the live broadcast of News Prime. When News Prime returns, Super Falcons aim for 10th WAFCON title in final versus Morocco. Details coming shortly, plus business and foreign stories on the other side of this break. Stay with us. Welcome back from that break. Let's quickly take you to the world of business, where President Bola Tinubu has met with power generation companies at the presidential villa, where he pledged to settle long-standing debts owed to the sector through a 4 trillion naira bond program. According to Presidential Advisor on Energy, Olu Vehijem, the president granted anticipatory approval for the bond but insisted on full audit verification before disbursement. Tinubu assured Sencos that the debt would be honored transparently. And on the foreign scene, the Nigeria recorded a marginal gain against the US dollar to close the week at 1,534.72 naira. This is in accordance to the Central Bank of Nigeria's report. This represents a 0.05% appreciation compared to previous day's rate of 1,534.79 naira. Earlier in the week, the naira showed minor fluctuation, trading as low as 1,535.62 naira. Former President of the Democratic Republic of Congo, Joseph Kabila, is standing trial for treason in a military coup in Kinshasa, with charges including murder, rape, and allegedly backing M23 rebels. Kabila, who has denied the charges and requested to be tried in absentia, did not appear in court as the trial was adjourned to the end of the month for further review. His successor, President Felix Tshisekedi, has accused him of destabilizing the mineral-rich eastern region, while international observers point fingers at Rwanda for fueling the conflict. In a high-stakes political recall vote, all 24 pro-China lawmakers targeted by Taiwan's Great Recall have retained their seats. The civic-led referendum aimed to unseat opposition lawmakers over alleged alignment with China, but failed as most districts voted no. Analysts warn the outcome could deepen political division and embolden the Communist-led legislature. At least 3 people were confirmed dead as Russia and Ukraine exchanged strike overnight, according to officials in Dnipro and Russia's Rostov region. 1 person died in a high-rise building in Dnipro following a Russian missile attack, while Russian authorities said 2 were killed in a car fire caused by a Ukrainian drone. Ukrainian cities include Kharkiv and Zaporozhye also reported extensive bombardment using ballistic missiles and drones as President Zelensky renewed calls for peace talks. Now to the world of sports. The Super Falcons file out for today's final of the 2024 Women's African Cup of Nations WAFCON in Rabat, Morocco. President Bola Tinubu has charged the team to lift the trophy. In a message he penned personally, the president commended the team for its fine run in the tournament, and the nation is grateful, rooting for its triumph tonight. The delegation comprises the Minister of Arts, Culture, Tourism and the Creative Economy, Hannatu Musawa, the Minister of State for Finance, Doris Uzoka Anite, the Minister of Women Affairs, Iman Suleiman Ibrahim, and the Chairman of the National Sports Commission, Shehu Diko, among others. The African Strongest Arm go head-to-head at Day 2 of the 14th African Arm Wrestling Championship, alongside the 7th Para Arm Wrestling Showdown, gripping the content with a force like never before. And right now, Nigeria leads the medal table with 24 gold. Global TV correspondent Samuel Odi has more.
Currently ongoing at the Package B Complex Hall at the Moshood Abiola Stadium, Abuja, fans and 400 fierce competitors from 20 different African countries are present for this year's championship, showcasing elite athletes from across the continent, and the action has been nothing short of electrifying. From lighting fast spins to grueling showdowns that left crowds breathless, African finest are giving it all at the medal table. But it's Team Nigeria still in the spotlight, leading the medal table with a stunning 24 gold medals and counting. The Nigerian squad, both in the main and power categories, have shown unmatched strength, technique and team spirit, citing a gold standard for African arm wrestling. Meanwhile, Cameroon, Ghana and Benin battle hard behind. With more matches still to come and the rival nations hungry to close the gap, the championship is far from over. One thing's for sure, the grip of greatness on the full display, and Africa is watching every second. Samuel Odi for Global Television News.
As Global TV News Prime comes to an end, here is a quick recap of our top stories. No fewer than 210 corps members will be honored by President Bola Tinubu at the Presidential National Youth Service Corps Honor Award for 2023 to 2023 service years. In business, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has highlighted the rising significance of the Nigerian diaspora to the nation's economy development, revealing that official remittances from Nigerians abroad hit $20.93 billion in 2024, for 4 times the value of Nigeria's foreign direct investment, that is FDI, for the same period. And on the foreign scene, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has highlighted the rising significance of the Nigerian diaspora to the nation's economic development and revealing that official remittance hit Nigerians abroad. As sports Falcons go out for the finals of the 2024 Women's African Cup of Nations, WAFCON, in Rabat, Morocco, President Bola Tinubu has charged the team to lift the trophy. In a message he penned personally, the president commended the team for its fine run in the tournament, and the nation is grateful, rooting for its triumph tonight. That's it on Global TV News Prime. A quick reminder that Global Television is on DSTV channel 365 and StarTimes channel 276. Kindly follow us across all social media platforms now showing on your screen using @Global TV NG. I am Ramsey Enoch Agbo. Thank you for watching.